Hello, my friends. I'm about to make some spaghetti pie, and I want you to follow along. Spaghetti pie is so delicious and it's so easy, especially if you like to meal prep and freeze any kind of pasta sauce. I make meat sauce, and I'm going to show you my meat sauce. This is my spaghetti sauce with meat. It is a very popular recipe on the blog, but I make it, I freeze it. You can see it's thawing. I make it in big batches, and when I want to make spaghetti, I pull it out. I usually let it thaw a day or two ahead. I pulled it out this morning, so it's almost thawed, but it'll be perfectly fine as long as I can break it up because it's gonna bake in the pie. You can use a marinara sauce or jarred pasta sauce. And if you don't want to add meat, you don't have to. But however you enjoy your spaghetti is how you will want to prepare your meat sauce for your spaghetti pie. But I will link to all of these recipes. Meat sauce is what I'm using today. So you want to get your pan ready, and you're first going to prepare the pasta layer. So that's like your crust. So I have got the pasta, and what I've done, and all of this will be in the recipe, is I have poured off the water of the pasta, did not rinse it, and I immediately added butter, Parmesan cheese, and 2 eggs. So that's all. And it's going to just form a nice pasta crust, so that goes here. So basically, spaghetti pie is your pasta crust, a cheese crust, and then your spaghetti sauce, and you can always top it with a little cheese. So here is our pasta crust. Now, I'm going to get my gloves, because you all know I love to use my gloves. And I can tell you right now that I'm probably gonna have to make a double batch of this because there's so much meat there. We may just have to eat spaghetti with what's left over. But we are having company tonight, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna make spaghetti pie. Okay, so your cheese layer. I'm gonna get this bowl. Y'all, we have construction going on. I'm redoing a bathroom, so you might hear a little bit. I like ricotta and cottage cheese, so I use both. It's about a cup of each, but because I like a lot of cheese, I'm gonna use more than that because, y'all, it's just delicious. Ricotta and cottage cheese can be used interchangeably in dishes like lasagna or whatever. Any kind of Italian, lasagna, cannoli, any of those. If you do not like the look of curds, which you know, cottage cheese has the curds, you can always whip it in the blender. You can use a food processor and it'll be creamy and smooth, but I actually like the curds. I think it gives your dish a rustic look. So after you have your cheese all mixed up, we're going to pour the cheese layer over the crust. See how easy this is, y'all? You cannot believe how decadent this is. Kids love it, adults love it. It's make ahead. It is freezer friendly. And we're gonna spread it, y'all. This was 15 ounces, so almost 2 cups. Y'all, I cannot see. Let me see what this is. 16 ounces. So about 2 cups of each. So this is 4 cups of cheese. And look, it's just perfect. And this is just a typical size casserole dish, like a 9 by 13, 11 by 13. So I'm gonna adapt to my recipe because I think you definitely need 2 cups of each. Okay, oh goodness. Now, I'm going to sprinkle just a smidge of Italian. Hey Tucker, I'm gonna sprinkle just a smidge of Italian seasoning. This is Dax no salt, but let me tell you, we are not no salt. We're not low sodium here. This Dax is so good and it's got great color. You will not miss the salt. The meat is very seasoned because I seasoned my meat very well, but I do like to add a little of this for color and flavor. Okay. Now we're going to add the meat. The meat sauce is going to be on top. You could just end there, but I'm going to add mozzarella. You could also add burrata. If you do add the burrata, you want to make sure, because you know it's very wet, you want to make sure you get all the liquid off and then put it on top. And burrata, oh my goodness, it's outstanding. I'm gonna take my wedding ring off, because you might know what I'm getting ready to do. I'm about to break this up with my hands and spread it with my hands. It's just easier for me. These are food grade gloves, not powder coated. Look at this. Talk about take them a meal, a perfect meal, because it's not overly spicy. Look, y'all. The reason I'm using my hands is it's easy to feel like this is about it. This is about all I'm going to be able to add to this dish. So we're just gonna have some leftover spaghetti, and I'm gonna send the kids home. We've got our small group kids tonight, or my daughter and her husband. She's about to have a baby any day. And then one of our small group couples, they're coming over and we're just gonna eat. I could add more, but I'm not gonna overdo it. You see how much I had left. So great stuff to have in the fridge. Okay, now we're gonna top it with cheese. I'm gonna use mozzarella, and then into the oven this goes. This, because everything is really already cooked, the cheese just needs to sort of cook through or heat through, and everything firms up and the cheeses melt. It's probably not gonna take longer than 40-45 minutes because I'm gonna cover it, so it does take longer. I will take off the foil, say the last 10-15 minutes, where the cheese can get bubbly, but as it heats and cooks through, I want it covered. But let me get the cheese. This is just Publix shredded low moisture part skim. And you might wonder, why is low moisture important? Just as I said about burrata, some fresh mozzarella, especially if you get it in water, has a lot of moisture. And if you put it directly into a dish, that moisture can release and it can make a dish soggy. So this low moisture is just really good. This looks so good. So now we're gonna add more cheese because can't add too much cheese. Tucker, is that right? You can't add too much cheese? You want some cheese on your food, buddy? I put mozzarella on his food because it's just real bland cheese. Okay, this is just a tip from me to you. One of the handiest things you can keep in your kitchen, and I'm never without it, is heavy duty aluminum foil. And you want the wide one. Those thin rolls of regular aluminum foil, they tear, they won't cover a lot of casserole dishes. Heavy duty aluminum foil, a must have. Because look how sturdy that is. That size is perfect. When you cover a dish that you're just heating through like this, you can fold it under. You don't want to do it really tight. You just want to keep the top from burning or from getting too brown. And you just want to sort of seal in the air, sort of make a steam oven and get it cooked all through and through. Okay, so it's 4:15. Everybody's coming at 6. So guys, I'm going to put this in the oven and I will be back when this is done. Here is the spaghetti pie. It smells fabulous. This would actually feed, I'm looking at this would feed 12 to 15 people easily. It could not be easier. So I'm going to link to the recipe. Get this in the oven a couple of hours before your guests plan to arrive. It took longer for this to get bubbly and cheesy than I thought. And you want this to have at least 30 minutes. I prefer an hour to settle. There's some moisture, it bubbles up, and you want it to, all the moisture to just sort of draw in. You want the cheese, you just sort of want it to settle. We are having with this a salad and all of the tomatoes, the chopped red onion, everything's on the bottom, the avocado. And I'm just gonna toss it. So all you need for this is a salad. I've got some bread, and then this is all you need. This is a fabulous company-worthy meal, and I hope you will give it a try. If you do, I would love to hear from you, and I want to hear how you like it. Thank you for watching, and if you like my content, you'll follow and subscribe. That would be wonderful. And as always, until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.